Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks that look like you. If you're new to the show, we cover the Geek News beat and share our opinions, which there are a lot of them, with you. I'm your host, Chuck, and with me we have Johnny Randolph, aka
What's
Raymond.
up, GeekBeast? What it do?
So we're going to jump straight into the news.
Let's do this, man.
Live action Pac-Man movie in the works from Wayfair and Bandai Namco. So a live action film is in development based on the classic arcade game with an endless appetite, Pac-Man. This is interesting. The project will be based on the original idea from Chuck Williams, Sonic the Hedgehog of Light Beam Entertainment. So they're making a whole original idea around this. Wayfair, which recently announced a $125 million investment from Sorowitz, was expanded production growth, was behind Disney Plus's feature Clouds. So they got the ammo, but does anybody want to go see a live action Pac-Man?
I don't know if I need to see a live action Pac-Man. So let me ask you something. Is Pac-Man still a popular property? I mean, when I was growing up, it was king. But do newer audiences care about Pac-Man?
Man, let me tell you something. New audiences that's not how they look at entertainment anymore. They look at whatever's hot. And all you have to do is have the internet and YouTube. So if Pac-Man comes out with 3 dope trailers, kids don't care. They're like, oh, I didn't grow up. They don't think like, oh, I didn't grow up on it. They don't care to grow up on things.
Okay. And that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So from my perspective, I don't know if I am intrigued by the idea of a live action Pac-Man movie.
But
I don't know what's in it.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess I would have to see the trailer, but without a trailer, just going off of the idea, let's do a live action Pac-Man movie.
Yeah,
doesn't intrigue me.
I hear you. Light Beam is doing it though, so that's gonna be interesting. And I'm kind of curious why they're doing a live action. I would think it was an animated feature. I'd be like, oh, this is gonna be Jewel. But live action, I'm like, how do you make Pac-Man live action and make it fun? Like, are you putting it in the world of humans? I don't know. But I know one thing.
That's what I don't want. Like, I don't want it in the world of humans, because then it can come off as campy. Like, how does Pac-Man fit in a real world or live action world of humans? Or unless we can make it like,
unless they make it like Tron. You jump into, like, it'll be a human playing Pac-Man. They jump into the world of Pac-Man and they got to survive, and Pac-Man has to save them, get them out the game.
Oh,
that could be it. I don't know. I know one thing. Sonic the Hedgehog worked. Chuck Williams, Sonic the Hedgehog did work.
Sonic works, but Sonic is still in that same. It's live action. I guess
it's live action.
It's live action,
and it's in modern day era, and it's not in the Sonic world.
So, yeah. I guess it's all about.
You can technically replace Sonic with Pac-Man, and it will work. He just couldn't run as fast.
Yeah. So I guess it's about the execution, because I guess I think about it when I first heard about a Sonic live action movie. I was like, why? And they made it work.
And they made it work. They did it twice. They came back to back with it.
It was entertaining. So I'll reserve judgment until I see a trailer.
Okay. Speaking of Sonic, 2024, they're bringing another Sonic movie. December 2024, they're bringing a 3rd movie already.
Is Jim Carrey going to be in this one as well?
Probably so. The 3rd live action Sonic the Hedgehog movie is on the way. It's set for release on December 20th, 2024.
So it's going to be
releasing 5 days for Christmas.
Yeah, it's the tentpole Christmas movie. I really enjoyed the first Sonic movie. The second one I thought was good. It wasn't as good as the first one was to me. I think as long as they bring Jim Carrey back, I'm all for it.
Yep. They said this release date, though, puts it in direct up against James Cameron's 2nd Avatar sequel, currently dubbed Avatar 3. So they're gonna put the Sonic movie up against an Avatar movie.
I think they can.
And What's less certain is whether Jim Carrey's going to make a return back as Dr. Robotnik. I can see him making a return back as Dr.
I can
Robotnik.
too. And I can see this being competitive against Avatar. I'm still not sold on Avatar 2, man. It's been what, 15 years since the first one came out?
I don't think people care about that.
I
just
don't
want to see a good action movie.
I think that people would be just as interested in something that's just entertaining to go see Sonic.
Yep. But I think they're going to treat Avatar like not like the story has to be really connected that close or anything. I think people don't care.
I don't necessarily think it has to be connected, but when I look at the trailer, and while it looks attractive, I'm not pulled in by any story elements.
Yeah. We'll see.
So if it's not,
but that's always been James Cameron's Achilles heels, right? Is the basic stories, right? He doesn't do complex.
He doesn't
stories.
do great. No, he doesn't do great stories. But the draw was the visuals for the first one. And while it doesn't have to be connected, I'm just like, I don't know if I need to see the second one. I keep saying I don't need to see it. I think Sonic is going to be competitive against Avatar 2. For those Christmas dollars. A lot of people that they thought were going to go see Avatar, I think they're going to go see Sonic.
I think so too.
I think it's going to be a surprise hit. I think it's going to cut into those margins.
Easily, kids are going to take their kids.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Monkeypox ain't take over the theaters.
Exactly. Kids are going to be there. That's what I'm saying. And so the kids who saw it now, they're 2 years older. And they're like, yeah, Sonic is coming back for another movie, right? I think it's going to bite into those profit margins. And I don't think that Avatar 2 is going to be as successful as we think it is going to be. Sonic is going to be direct competition for it.
I'm really curious about it. I'm really
I'm all for the throwdown.
Me too. We'll see. We're gonna see when it comes.
And we've got to imagine too that Disney's going to have a tempo, either a Star Wars or a Marvel movie somewhere around that time.
All of them have to have a tempo. Every streaming service has to have a tempo around Christmas time. Kids are out of school.
Yeah, right.
They got to rack up eyes.
Yeah. The Funk says Sonic definitely has a lot of positive momentum, and I concur. I think it's going to go in there and it's going to take some hits.
What happens if Sonic beats Avatar in the Marvel movie? What happens? we live in a world where that can actually happen.
It could happen.
That can actually happen.
It could happen.
I mean, if anything, but Illuminations may come back with a Minions movie at that time.
Right. But that would kind of symbolize a change in the culture. It's like the superheroes, the live action movies were kind of, I won't say over them, but they're not the big driving force that they have been, kind of since those Avenger movies started taking over. That's an interesting premise. If Sonic would beat an Avenger, or let's say a Marvel movie and Avatar.
Yo, if it beats the Avengers, whatever Kang. Or Secret Wars. Secret Wars comes out at that time, and it comes out at Christmas.
It haunts all properties.
It beats them.
It changes all releases. They're going to go back and have to rethink the whole strategy. It's that moment where, like, when Justice League was supposed to rival Marvel, Avengers, and it did half the money. It stops the process, and then you got to think about rethinking that whole universe. Because the executives would be like, what the hell? Yeah. Because Sonic beat us?
Yeah, because they're moving those movies away from just being superhero movies. They're different genre movies, hardcore genre movies with superheroes acting out all the roles. It's kind of what the boys do with all their superheroes. Like, they make genre movies, but they're all real superheroes.
Are you telling we're moving into the era of the boys? Is that
meta? It's meta. It's the meta of meta right there. That is what they're doing, though, right? That's what we're up against. We actually see this happening.
Yeah, I still think Marvel's got some strength into it. I still do.
Speaking of,
as we enter what? Because that'll be going into what? Phase 6. That'll be going into phase 6, right? 2024, I believe.
2024.
Because I think 2025 is supposed to be the end of phase 6. So we'll probably be just a jump off portion of phase 6. So that'll be interesting.
Yep. The man behind such genre sends up as Veep and Avenue 5 season 2, as with similar satirical features. Films like The Death of Stalin and In the Loop has just scored a pilot order for HBO show called The Franchise.
Is that
Directed by
sure?
Sam Mendes, Skyfall: Road to Perdition. It's a half-hour comedy set in the world of superhero franchise filmmaking. Speaking of the devil, so HBO is gonna make that show about superhero franchise filmmaking
They
all
were
at the
going to
same time.
make Batgirl too. And look, I don't know. If I got to deal with HBO or any Warner related property, I would be a little concerned because it seems to me like they just don't know what the hell they're doing, or maybe they know it and they're not explaining it well, or maybe they just don't care what we think will be surprised or we'll be happy when we see the outcome. But right now it looks as if everything is just up in the air. And I don't know how to judge it.
Yeah. You remember they kind of had something like this before. This is with a film crew. So the film crew is walking around with superheroes. It's probably completely nonsensical. People probably die all the time. Like, oh, we gotta check Superman right now and get the film crew for the film. And something happens and blows up. But we kind of had this dynamic a little bit with Powerless. I don't know if you remember
I
Powerless,
haven't seen
where
Powerless.
Emily Locke, she had her dream job and she worked at an insurance company that collected damages for superheroes'
Oh, that's
collaterals
right. We talked
and
about this.
supervillains.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about this when we did Miss Marvel. Yeah. Because
Yeah. So
I don't know, man. It sounds interesting. And I used to watch Veep and I loved Veep. Veep was
yeah.
hilarious.
So I
It
think
was
this may have some legs though. I thought Powerless was good. It just came too early. It came way too early. It had a killer cast. I mean, the cast was murder on Powerless, but I could see this had Vanessa Hudgens, Danny Pudi, and I think it's going to come down to the casting of this. And the HBO is going to shoot it. It's going to be hilarious.
So when
It's
is
going
this
to.
supposed to premiere? Does it say?
The franchise follows a hopeful crew trapped inside a dysfunctional, nonsensical, joyous hellscape of franchise superhero movie making. Oh, so they're talking about the movie making. It doesn't say when it's going to premiere. It just
Because
got greenlit.
what I've heard though is HBO Max is going away and they're going to combine
I know it's gonna be
be
HBO Discovery.
HBO or Warner
HBO
Discovery. I
Warner
think it's
Discovery.
Warner Discovery, and it'll just house all of those properties.
That would be smart of them to do that.
So we'll see. I'm not commenting on anything that is Warner related until we get some sort of direction or some sort of hint that they know what the hell they are doing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, right now we're watching a renovation in progress right now. And we're seeing some things saved. For example, they have saved Harley Quinn. Rumor is Harley Quinn season 4, the cartoon, which everybody and their mama should be watching. If you have not watched Harley Quinn on HBO Max, you need to watch HBO Max and watch Harley Quinn. Just Harley Quinn, the cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the best DC properties ever.
Yes.
And I'm talking about live action, television, and movies. It's right at I'd say top 5 at least, at the minimum, top 5. And
see,
so
for the top 5, it may be my favorite DC property.
It might be my
or
favorite.
maybe my second favorite under Young Justice, which falls off towards the end.
So it's a lot of good DC properties. So the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy, the original Batmans, those early Superman movies, but definitely Harley Quinn is up there. It's amazing. And if they would have canceled Harley Quinn, I would have been like, it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
I'm peacefully bowing out.
I heard season 3. I haven't started season 3 because we're going to do it for Binge Worthy. Plug for Binge Worthy. We're going to do Harley Quinn season 3 because we did the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, we did.
And so I'm excited about season 3 because everybody's like, oh my God, season 3. Oh my God, you're not ready.
It picks up right where it left off at. And I think it turns it up just a little bit more.
Yeah, I hear they're like I love Peacemaker too. Peacemaker's way up there.
Peacemaker's up there too.
Young Justice is up there for me. I'm gonna say Teen Titans Go's up there for me, but I think
Yeah.
Harley Quinn may be my Beyonce. Harley Quinn may be my Beyonce.
Yeah,
Kaylee
but
Kuko is such a great Harley Quinn. I want to see her get in the gym with The Rock and become Harley Quinn.
I wouldn't mind if they cast another version of another Suicide Squad movie, or just try to give Harley the spinoff. If she replaces Margot Robbie, I think she is better at the character.
Yep. And
well, the question is, why are DC's animated properties so great and they can't get it together with their live action? And I'm a DC person. Peacemaker. That's why I think they should.
You are a DC
I'm a DC person. That's why I think they should give James Gunn the keys.
They should give him the keys.
They should make him the Kevin Feige of DC.
They should.
Throw the bag at him. Get him away from the Marvel stuff. Get him away from it. I know this is the last whatchamacallit Guardians movies supposedly that he's doing. Let him finish it out and then give him the keys to the DC kingdom.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah,
we'll see. Right now, there's their current president, CEO. He's making moves, and I have faith in him because he made Discovery what it was. People care to forget.
Yeah. But the thing
he understands streaming.
He's making moves, but the moves don't seem to be creative driven. They seem to be fiscally and economic driven.
I think that's just to shake up right now.
And so those are the problems that I'm having so far.
But I think that's what you do when you see things that are really bloated, and these are mediocre creative things. Y'all just about content. No, we need winning content on this network. We need winning. HBO is a premium brand. We need winning content. And these meerkats get views. the honey badger documentary he owns that got views, son. Honey badger ain't nothing to play with.
Shark Week gets views every year, without a doubt.
Every year.
Yeah, it does.
Every year.
Discovery bought out, man, Warner Brothers, man. You all have explained it to me how the unscripted content is vastly more profitable. I just still can't believe it.
But that's the whole thing, right? So he's like, look, I'm going to cut all the fat right now. We're going to rebuild. Okay. And we're going to rebuild strong.
And there's a lot of fat to be cut off at DC. Yeah. There's been some mediocre The live action, this animated division killing it.
Let's move on. This didn't make the feed, but the All Seeing Eye in the Sky, Rodney dropped it in. Street Fighter 6, which has an awesome logo, one of the best logos I've ever seen. Street Fighter 6 introduced Jury. They brought Jury back. She's not introduced. She's a classic character. People love Jury. But they introduced Kimberly, their first Black woman character in the whole entire franchise.
The first?
The first.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Street Fighter been around for what, 30 years?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yes.
Jeez. I mean, I'm happy. I want to see, a Black female character in the franchise, but I'm just a little annoyed that it took this long.
Boy, I can't wait to go to conventions to see girls cosplay as her.
Oh, that's gonna be dope.
Oh man, it's amazing. She's in her leather pants, her halter top. It's kind of Asian. Her hair's in big braids. She got big braids. She has spray paint in her hands. She has a Walkman. And she has the thing, she goes, when she does her final, she goes, remix. And she does all her final moves. And you're like, oh yeah. She's like graffiti everywhere. And that's the theme of this one. There's a lot of ink splatters and paint splatters across the Street Fighter. It looks really, that's her right there. You can see her on the screen.
On the screen.
Yeah, that's her. Look at it. She gets in a running motion. Yeah. Like she's like a football player. Like she's an athlete.
I'm all
Look
for
at this.
it,
Look at I'm all for this. This has me. She has me so excited. I wasn't even excited about this game because I'm in a chat with a bunch of street fighting game nerds and video game nerds with Yinka and Victor. They're like, oh man, the systems are all messed up. They're broken. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get this game just for her. For this one character.
Man. When does it come out?
Yeah, I don't know. Not soon enough. It's coming soon enough. Not soon enough. They announced her at Evo, I think. I think they probably announced her at Evo. And I'm pretty sure that whole crowd went crazy. Because people don't know. if there's one genre game that's filled with people of color playing it, it is fighting games.
Right.
And it doesn't matter if you're Black, Asian, Hispanic, Indian. You go to a fighting game tournament, it's Brown Town.
Yeah.
And when they playing all kinds of music, they're talking all kinds of mess. You go to Twitch, you go watch a Spooky or anything like that. Watch them on Twitch or Capcom. It is people of color. There's multi-genders in there, and you just watch it and you're just excited. It's like going to a boxing match. It's the same exact feel.
Same energy there going
Same
on.
energy. Same energy.
No,
I mean, I think one of our greatest champions is a gay furry. His name is Sonic Fox.
Hey.
And he's dope. He's super dope. He plays Mortal Kombat. He's super dope.
Good for him, man. Yeah. So yeah, man, this is dope. The first Black female character in Street Fighter. You have my full support on that.
Yeah, yeah. They say you can see both in action. Drury makes her interest. She comes in on a motorcycle, slick as all outdoors, while Kimberly's described by Capcom as spunky new ninja.
So there's like two of them, or
there's two of them. So there's one Black girl, and the Drury's a classic. She's like this. She's like this. She's like this assassin character. So they brought her back in too as well. So Street Fighter 6 is very interesting. Their roster is very interesting. They got a couple of classic characters. They even changed their look, and they're going really hard. They're going really hard on the differences and making unique characters. And I think they have to because they realize their game kind of hit a wall.
Right. Okay, I'm with it, man. Let's do this, Street Fighter. I'm in support of it.
Yep. Let's get back to our normal set of news. So what's so interesting about that trailer? They introduced the Asian character. They brought her back. They introduced the Black character together because they knew who their audience was.
Like you just said, it's inclusive, right?
It's inclusive, yeah.
You get a wide spectrum of different people that play the game. So yeah, you drop the Black character, the first Black female character, you drop an Asian character, an oldie but goodie, yeah, and you get a big draw from that. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
strategically it makes sense.
The immortal named Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie are plotting to do a new musical action thriller, a more or less Grossman, while speeding, flying through Mission Impossible 8.
Is it going to be like what's his character from whatchamacallit? What's that? What was that movie with Robert Downey Jr. where
Tropic Thunder?
Tropic Thunder. So is it going to be something silly like that where it's a musical where he's dancing and things like that?
I think it's going to be, yeah.
I find it hard to believe that Tom Cruise is going to be singing and everything.
Play the video, Rodney. Play the video of him dancing. Because that's enough to make me want to go see a musical with Tom Cruise.
I think that's more of the idea. Because it's hard for me to imagine Tom Cruise trying to be taken seriously as a singer.
Right. Right.
Why does he even need to do that? Why does he even need to take that
risk? And so he's going to be Johnny Depp. He's going to sing like Johnny Depp. And what's the one, the barbershop?
Oh yeah. Was it Phil on not Phil on the Roof? What was the name of? I know what you're talking about.
But yes, watching Tom Cruise dance was amazing.
Right.
And watching old Tom Cruise dance is gonna be amazing. And him doing a musical. I don't care if he's great at the musical. I don't care if he's great at singing. I just want to see this man just keep doing it. He's like, I'm going hard. You're gonna strap me to a plane. You're gonna film it. You're gonna strap me to the plane and film
Tom Cruise has been killing it for
I'm 50 years old.
4 decades now. Tom Cruise was big in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. Like this dude's going on 50 years being a huge movie star.
It's him, Jackie Chan, and Samuel Jackson in the movie together.
Eddie Murphy.
Blow up.
Eddie Murphy.
And Eddie Murphy.
Well,
Eddie Murphy been gone though. He took a nap. Those other three ain't never taken a nap.
Tom Cruise took a little bit. You know,
when? Tell me when.
It dipped after the Mission Impossible 3 didn't do quite as well. And then he did. You didn't even remember he did a Reacher movie. Like you was like, oh, I didn't even know there was a second Reacher movie. He did two Reacher.
But he did the work. It didn't do well, but he did the work.
Okay.
He's been consistent. Him, Jackie Chan, and Samuel Jackson are the most consistent workers probably in Hollywood.
Yeah, I think Sam's the most consistent.
Yes, he is.
Sam puts in work.
Puts in work.
And Kevin Hart
Kevin
he's
Hart's
slowly
coming in too.
inheriting that crown, right?
Yeah. Every time you
But
look
yeah,
up, Kevin Hart's doing something.
Yeah. But yeah, man, if it's something like that with Tom Cruise, I think that would be dope, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, I just can't see it. But I think, yeah, he plays that character, or he just creates a character and like he's dancing and singing and kind of doing this thing, get it? I think that could be fun.
Yo, I know you don't do this.
What's that?
But did you know you can play games on Netflix?
I did know that. I know you can
play and you should play games on Netflix. Yeah. You know why you should play games on Netflix?
Why is that?
Because 99% of Netflix subscribers don't play games.
Well, but okay, let's try to examine this, and you let me know because you're the expert in this area.
Okay.
Netflix has 220 million subscribers.
Yes.
So even at 1-2%, that's still 2 million people playing games.
Yes.
Is that a lot of people playing games? You let me know, because I don't know.
It is a lot of people playing games.
Now I get it. Maybe the penetration rate isn't as high as they thought it was or what it wanted to be, but still 2 million people playing games is still 2 million people playing games.
And no, that's be really getting their goat. Is everybody saying they want to be the Netflix of gaming and scared to try to be the Netflix of gaming? So Netflix decided to be the Netflix of gaming,
right?
And they're having a hard time. But I think a lot has to do with too. They're still getting their legs right. This is new to them. I mean, they have a lot of they're fighting a two-front war at this point, and this is a battle they necessarily probably are not too concerned with, because you got to go against PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, which is killer,
right?
Yeah, PlayStation Plus, Xbox Live. You have Steam. You have the Nintendo console, whatever they have on the Switch now, and you have like itch.io, which is independent games. You have Humble Bundle. There's a million places. Gag, Geo, whatever they got a ton of these. Cartridge. They have a ton of these services, and then you have Atari has one, and you're like, hey, we're gonna have ours mixed in with our film and television. Because I think what it is nobody has a controller, and so nobody's going to use a remote control to play games.
Right. Okay. And Netflix doesn't have his own controller, right? Oh yeah.
You're not going to sit down and play. And on your mobile device, when you're watching Netflix, you really want to watch a video. You don't want to play.
Right. You don't play a game. Right.
You can play a game.
They don't have those bangers, but so I get that. But, you know, maybe how long have they been in the video game business?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me see if the article mentions it. About a year or two, I think. About 2 years.
So
I think.
Is a year or two. I mean, granted, it's still small. It's only 1%, but we still keep comparing it to 1% of 220 million people.
That's true.
That's a lot of people, man, that are enrolled in the video service.
I mean, Facebook tried to get into games too, and they quickly pivoted to a game streaming network, and they quickly pivoted from that too.
Right. So
But yeah, I hear what you're saying. I mean, Apple Arcade is struggling right now. There's so many outlets for really good games, and people want to play big games, like major games, on a big screen TV with a controller or behind a computer with a mouse and keyboard, a high-powered computer.
Right. And so a lot of people with Netflix is on their mobile devices and things like that. They're not going to do it. Maybe if you're sitting down for Netflix, you want to watch a movie. Then you flip over to your PlayStation or your Xbox for your gaming needs. So they may have some work.
But let me drop into the numbers: 1.7 million users per day. That's still nothing to scoff at. That's a lot of users. 23.3 million times has something been downloaded.
So I wonder how that contrasts against something such as PlayStation and Xbox. I'm just interested in those numbers to make a fair assessment of the success of it.
Yeah, we'll have to go do some research and bring that back.
Yeah, and what were the benchmarks that even Netflix set for their penetration from its regular customers to be able to transfer them over to gaming customers? Just things. I think it was a sensational headline. They just wanted to throw it out there. Only 1%, but yeah, that's still 1.7 million people.
Yep. I'm going to close on one more. I think it's worth talking about. Biden signs 280 billion chips in Science Act. President Joe Biden signed the CHIPS and Science Act on Tuesday, writing into law $280 billion package that includes $52 billion in funding to boost U.S. domestic semiconductor manufacturing. The bipartisan deal is to revive American innovation in opposition to growing Chinese technological dominance. So that's really big.
And I read about that because the semiconductor chips, I read where like 99% of them are produced outside of the U.S. with a especially high rate in China, right?
Like everything else.
And so to close that or help close that gap, that's what Biden is signing in that law. Yep. And I think that's a good law because it's going to create a lot of manufacturing jobs that are needed here in America.
There's a lot of things going on in America right now. For a number, like they printed way too much money. Over the last 2 years, we printed all the monies. And I think we have to have that reconciliation soon due to the previous administration. They print up a lot of money to cover the last administration.
Yeah, but this isn't a bad thing.
I don't think there's enough money. I think they need to take some of this money. They need to print like 400, 500 billion or $1 trillion for technological innovation in this country.
Yeah. I think American companies need to get behind innovation and stop having it leased out to these sort of corporate giants that sit on the tech and don't enhance it because they don't want the competition. I think America needs to start investing in its mid-size and small-size companies and innovator because that's what's going to drive the innovation in the next decade. One of the reasons that China is so successful is because their government supports them. One of the reasons that our solar panels failed like here in America and they're doing better in China is because China fully subsidized that technology.
Yeah.
And
but we have other industries competing against it.
Yeah, we let dumb Republicans talk about choosing winners and losers and stuff and talked us out of innovation.
Yeah. Which is crazy. We're the country that sees conservatism is good, innovation is bad unless it makes my meal faster.
Right.
Literally.
And sometimes to push technology, it takes a while. There's going to be some failures and some successes, man. But we've got to push the innovation. I think it's good I think this is a good investment. I think the government should support innovation.
Oh, trillions of dollars.
And support its thinkers, right? Its drivers of those of that innovation. And don't let Elon Musk end up owning it all because Elon Musk or Apple owning it all because they can just sit and bury the patents or keep innovators in court for decades.
I think we have to have a patent purge. I think a patent hasn't been used or manufactured a product in 10 years.
I agree.
Purge it. And because, everybody can use it.
Yeah, Apple is notoriously known for sitting on patents or tying up new patents and litigation so long that it drives smaller companies out of business.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So, I hope this money gets to the right people and not just, the people that are going to
know how it works.
Yeah. Let's really push and drive innovation. Because for all of the America tries to talk about, we're a very untechnologically advanced nation. We really are. We have bad internet speed. We had bad internet speeds. We have people that don't know a lot about tech. We're not that great in the math and sciences. So yeah, we need something to set us up for the next decade.
I agree. So we'll hopefully see that coming soon. That is the new thing. So we need to push technological innovation. Hopefully this bill will be the start of it. We'll see if there's a President DeSantis and what he would do.
Oh, Lord.
What he would do. That's what we're up against right now.
We are.
But we definitely need innovation in sciences and technology and even in creativity. Like, absolutely. We have outsourced everything.
Yeah, man.
Outsourced everything out the country. And if the country's going to survive and employ people, you have to actually create jobs outside of service industry jobs.
Absolutely, man. Yep.
So with that being said, thank you, geeks, for tuning in. Remember, support American companies, if you're here in America, support foreign companies that are doing good in America, and don't support the robber barons at the top of all these companies.
Right.
So support small companies, particularly companies of people of color.
Like the Geekish Network.
Everywhere.
Like the Geekish Network.
Like the Geekish Network. Support companies like Digital Click, who show up all the time, show up for us, to show up for you. If you need any marketing support, need any art support, if you need somebody just to talk to, call the Digital Click. Matter of fact, if you
somebody
need inspiration,
just to talk to,
call them. You can call up Crystal and Drew, and you throw your idea at you, and they will inspire you to do well.
Okay. I wish you the way you made it.
I've seen businesses they have touched and the joy that people have doing business with them. So I tell everybody, go to Digital Click,
and they keep us looking good.
Yeah, they do keep us looking good. They keep us looking good. Thank you, The Funk, as always. You come through, you put the articles together, whatnot. I had to get that Biden chip article in there. I was like, man, I don't know. This is a good article to close with. Thank you, The Funk, for putting it there on the list. You know me way too well. Shout out to everybody that tunes in. Tell your friends, your cousins, whatnot, to tune into the Geekish Network. Tomorrow, we're taking Binge-Worthy off on Wednesday. We're doing it on Thursday.
Yep.
You know, there's some
other
obligations.
What are we talking about on Binge-Worthy? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh, what are we talking about? You tell me. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
We are talking about Netflix's The Sandman. You guys already knew it. We got to talk about this, The Sandman.
Yeah, y'all should tune in for that. That's going to be a very interesting conversation, because we have people that everybody in the group is reading the graphic novel at the same time too. So we probably have some opinions that you should probably tune in for about the Sandman. Also, always tune into the Geekish Network. We got a bunch of shows. We're developing new shows. We got a plan. We got to put this plan in action. We thank you for being long-term subscribers and friends and family of the network. Shout out to Rodney. It's a long time. I miss you, Rodney. I mean, your production work, technical production kills me. Your technical production kills mine. 100%. I'm like, wow, we look amazing today.
You do well because you are handling the technical responsibilities and being talented on the show. But Rodney takes it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, like, whoa. Right. I'm looking at it like, man, I want to learn how to do this.
Right. Like, this is like SKG stuff, industrial lights and magic. Like, wow, Rodney is really doing it.
Yeah, he's doing it. So impressed. Always. With that being said, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with more geek news and a lot of geek opinions about stuff. And we're going to put a bet on. We'll let you know in 2024 if Sonic the Hedgehog beats Avatar with Marvel and with Star Wars and what everybody else beats out.
I've never wished I had a DeLorean so badly. Like, I could go to 2024, the Christmas week, and just see like the box office numbers. But until the end.
I don't know. I think Minions may come out for Christmas. They'd be like Minions for Christmas, and everybody and their mama gonna go see that.
Minions have not missed in any of their movies.
Never miss.
They just don't.
It was like them and Secret Life of Pets. Never miss. Never. So, yeah. With that being said, you all, thank you for tuning in. Peace.